Taiwan Premier Su Zhenchang announced on Monday that quarantine periods for contacts of COVID-19 confirmed infections will be reduced to 3 + 4 days. The latest policy was a conclusion from an epidemic prevention meeting held by the Premier and the Central Epidemic Command Center on April 24th. Starting today, COVID-19 contacts will only need to spend 3 days under quarantine. Afterwards, they would need to practice self-health management for the subsequent 4 days.
居隔的天数从10天简化成3天的隔离。那第4天开始的1、2、3、4的自主防疫，如果他需要出门可以，那都要在当日有做快筛阴性才可以出门。
If they test negative for the virus with a rapid test, they will be allowed to leave the house, but are required to wear face masks and are prohibited from attending large gatherings. Even though COVID-19 contacts can go back to work if they test negative, they cannot return to school in the following 4 days.
他可以外出工作，但在自主防疫期间，那还是不到学校上课为原则。
And not allowing children to return back to school for the latter 4 days indicate health authorities still see the risk of infection possibility. In fact, experts pointed out shortening the quarantine period to 3 days may be much too hasty.
5天也许也可以达到你怕人家不出来的效果嘛，因为10天跟5天真的差很多啊。可是你不需要一下就到3天，等到我们假如老人家疫苗真的冲起来了，比较有底气了那医疗系统其实都运作得很好，没有怎么压迫你勇敢的说到3天，我觉得没有什么问题。
Though some think shortening the current quarantine period is risky, Taipei City is jumping even further ahead, calling for use of rapid tests to replace mandatory quarantine.
如果还要再用这种隔离的方式我看再一个礼拜，台北市就下档了，就关门了。以快筛代替隔离我看势在必行了
Mayor Ke suggested that contacts of COVID-19 patients can take a rapid test daily for the first 3 days, and take one for every 2 days for the following 4 days, instead of the current quarantine policy. According to the city government, this suggestion is necessary because of the heavy workload of epidemic prevention personnel in Taipei. To lessen the workload, the Taipei city government has launched its own COVID-19 reporting platform, which consists of 15 questions for the public to fill out. Compared with the previous reporting system where data needs to be reported to the Taiwan National Infectious Disease Reporting System first before the Department of Health can look into the activity history of confirmed patients, contacts can now receive a text where the questionnaire will be attached. After filling it out, they can send it back and the health department will assign quarantine facilities, depending on the answers and possibility of infection risk.
如果有任何的谎报漏报，这个我们还会再做后进一步的确认。一定要问到半夜的这样子的工作量能，实在是对他们来说是非常大的压力。
However, the CECC is still hesitant to do away entirely with quarantine periods, as there's still the incubation period of the virus to be considered.
恐怕这个脚步有一点太快。日本它有做，一个是潜伏期的中位数是 2.9 天，各国做的大概都 2.9 到 3.1 左右的这样的潜伏期。
Though there's still no definite answer on Taipei City's proposal, Taiwan is working hard to make living with COVID a more adjustable experience for all. TVBS English News.